Hello friends, in last lecture we have discussed about the introduction of geometrical isomers. In that lecture we have discussed about the cis and trans isomers of alkene, cyclohexane and oxime. In today's lecture we will learn about properties of geometrical isomer. So let's see which are the properties which affect different configuration of geometrical isomer. Physical properties often be used for the establishing the configuration of geometrical isomers. So there are the different physical properties that are dipole moment, melting point, boiling point, acid strength, then densities, then solubilities. So let's start with the first, dipole moment. So you know already about the dipole moment. What is dipole moment? It is a charge into the distance. Charge into the distance. In dipole there is a two dipole, one is a positive and one is a negative dipole. In this picture you can see pulling and pushing of object from one side, there is a movement of object, and in another picture you can see pulling and pushing of object from opposite direction with same strength, there is a no movement of object. So you know already if we push or pull any object from one side, so there is a movement of object can occur. But if we push or pull any object on opposite side, so there is a no movement of object. So similar like principle you can understand in dipole moment. So by taking one example, 1,2-dichloroethene. So in this example, one is a cis and another trans. Cis isomer having a dipole moment 0.33 and trans having a 0 dipole moment. Now question is why trans having a 0 and cis having a dipole moment? So we know already Cl is a electron withdrawing group. Cl is a electron withdrawing group. It pulls the electron towards 8, means it pulls the electron towards 8. So Cl is a more electronegative than carbon, so it form a delta negative charge, partial negative charge and partial positive charge. Partial negative charge and partial positive charge. So it pulls the electron towards 8. It pulls the electron towards 8. It pulls the electron towards it on same direction. It pulls the electron from one side of the double bond. So there is a movement of charge. There is a movement of charge from one side. So it is having a 0.33 dipole. But in this trans example you can see chlorine is also electron withdrawing. Chlorine is also withdrawing group. It pulls the electron towards 8 but in opposite direction. One pulls the electron one direction, in opposite direction another chlorine pulls the electron. So it cancel out that charge to each other. So it having a 0 dipole moment. So also we can say the cis isomer become a polar and trans is a non-polar. By taking another example, butene. So in this CH3 group is a electron releasing group. Electron releasing group. So it releases the electron towards the carbon. So this CH3 group is a delta positive, partial positive charge and carbon getting delta negative charge, and this CH3 group having a delta positive charge and delta negative charge. So it pushed the electron from one direction to this double bonded carbon. So it having a dipole moment in one direction. So it dipole moment is 1.89. But in trans, this CH3 group, it pulls the electron from opposite side. So it cancel out this effect to each other. So there is no charge distance between these charge. So it having a zero dipole moment. So in a further example, we understand one group is Cl group is electron withdrawing, and CH3 group, in this CH3 group is a electron releasing group. So you can say this cis isomer is a polar and trans isomer is a non-polar. Now next property, melting point and boiling point. How the boiling point and melting point affected by the different configuration of geometrical isomerism. So in this table you can see this is the example of 1,2-dichloroethene. Trans having a higher melting point than this cis, and this boiling point is higher in cis than the trans. In this another example of butene, similar, trans having a higher melting point than a cis, and cis having a higher boiling point than trans. Shortly we can say melting point of trans is higher than the cis and boiling point of cis is higher than trans. Now question is how this differences boiling point and melting point occur in both the isomers. Let's see by taking one example why is the boiling point of cis isomer is higher. Similar, in a previous topic dipole moment we learn Cl is a electron withdrawing group, and CH3 group is a electron releasing. These cis isomer are polar and trans isomer are non-polar. So because of this, in cis isomer there will be a dipole-dipole interaction as well as dispersion forces needing a extra energy to break. That will raise the boiling point. So this polar molecule, it form a further dipole-dipole interaction and dispersal forces. So it having a more interaction and more forces. So it require more energy to break a bond. So it having a higher boiling point. So and trans is a non-polar, there is no any interaction, there is no any force, so it is easy to break a bond, so it having a lower boiling point. Another example for melting point, why is the melting point of cis isomer is lower? In order of the intermolecular force to work well, the molecules must be able to pack together efficiently in solid. Trans isomer pack better than cis isomer. The U shape of cis isomer doesn't pack as well as a straighter shape of the trans isomer. The poorer packing of cis isomer means that the intermolecular force aren't as effective as they should be, and so less energy is needed to melt the molecule, a lower melting point. So how the cis isomer occur? Cis isomer is like this, and trans isomer is like this. Okay, so trans isomer, packing of trans isomer is good. So breaking of this packing is require the higher temperature, and cis having a loose packing, so breaking of this intermolecular bond is easy. So cis isomer having a lower melting point than the trans. Another physical property, acid strength. By taking the classical example of malic acid and fumaric acid. Malic acid having a higher acid strength comparatively fumaric acid. You can see the structure of malic acid and fumaric acid. So it is a cis, it is a trans. So cis having a higher acid strength comparatively fumaric. Both are acid, both having a carboxylic group, having also carboxylic group. Only difference is arrangement of carboxylic group are different. They are the same side and they are the opposite side. How you can say it is acidic? Acidity means ability to give a proton easily. So here by liberation of this proton it form a oxygen negative charge. This is the malate ion. This is the malate ion, and this malate ion further form the hydrogen bond to the adjacent carboxylic group easily. But in fumaric acid, if it form a this carboxylic group, but there is no chances to form a hydrogen bond to adjacent carboxylic group. There is no any adjacent carboxylic group, there is a adjacent hydrogen. So there is no hydrogen bond is formed, but malate ion can form a hydrogen bond. So this is due to intramolecular hydrogen bonding, stabilization of the formed malate ion. This is not possible in the fumarate ion. Now density and solubility. This property can explain only for the solid compound only. Trans isomer having a higher density than the cis, and cis isomer having a higher solubility than trans. Obviously, as the density is more, the solubility obviously decreases. So this is due to the more efficient packing in trans isomer. So you know already malic acid is a cis and fumaric acid is a trans. There is a value density in a trans is a higher than this malic acid. By explaining the value solubility in water of malic acid, it is a higher than the trans. Why malic acid having a solubility higher? Because malic acid is a loosely packed. So loosely packed molecule can dissolve easily in the water, and fumaric acid is a trans. As I already said, fumaric acid is a trans, so it is a tightly packed and difficult to solubilize in water. Here is the different physical properties we have explained, and it having a different configuration of geometrical isomer. So different geometrical isomer having a different physical property. In next lecture we will study the optical isomer. Thank you.